Check us out on Patreon, guys, where we give you our exclusive access to all of our videos, 186 videos and counting. We just updated it. That's why I know how many videos is on there.
Bangers too, though. Bangers. You know, nothing too shabby. I mean, I don't know, like a Led Zeppelin marathon. We got Metallica on there, some Megadeth stuff. You know, I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there, man. So if you're interested, definitely check that out, guys. The link for that will be in the description.
What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
What's saying, guys? How you living out there, man? Shout out to the Free Thinkers, of course, man.
All right, man. So we're getting back to Megadeth, man. This is for everybody that says that we don't do a lot of Megadeth on the channel. We're going to refresh your memory, man, because we went back and was like, you know what? We did a lot of Megadeth on the channel, man.
In comparison to, again, there's a lot of bands that haven't gotten one reaction.
That's true.
So that's so important.
Or they've gotten one.
Or have gotten one. But there's a lot of bands, big bands, that we haven't touched one time. So for us to touch a song or a band, rather, multiple times, I would say over 3 times, that means that they made a huge impact on the channel, man, just based off of, you know, our history, man. So, yeah, man. Megadeth's been a big deal on our channel.
Big time, big time. So, shout out to everybody that participated in the 1980s poll on Patreon. So that's where we got this particular song that we're going to do today, which is In My Darkest Hour.
Yes.
So how many songs have we done on this poll now? We did Metallica, Harvester of Sorrow.
Yep.
That won the poll. And then we did Iron Maiden, 2 Minutes to Midnight.
Yes.
And then we did...
Guns N' Roses Night Train.
That's right, Guns N' Roses Night Train. And so now we're doing In My Darkest Hour. So this is 4 off of that poll. So again, we said we're going to go back to the polls. That's why we put so many songs on there.
We've been coming through, and it's been, honestly, compared to when we were picking songs, this has been pretty smooth.
I'm telling you.
I mean, a lot of people have been a lot more satisfied
so true.
with this method. We look at all the comments, all the DMs, and all. We know what the energy's like when we're picking songs.
Yep.
This has been much smoother for us than I think anything we've ever done.
I'm telling you, it has.
Even when we picked polls in the past, I think what really rubbed people the wrong way was the wrong song one, right?
Yep.
Well, now because we've been going back to the polls, songs that didn't win polls still have a chance of being selected. So I think that's calmed a lot of people down. Like, okay, well, they'll get to it eventually. So I think this method has been money. I think this is what we're going to stick to.
I think so, man.
We're going to keep doing the polls. We got the Hated Bands Marathon coming. I know you guys are excited about that. And we'll explain
that's
a little bit more detail why some of those bands are on there.
Because there was some confusion around there.
And we're probably going to be throwing some tricks in the game, too. We may pick some songs that's not even on that, to keep it real with you. We may just be like, you know what, man? We heard that this was super hated. Now that we've gotten a lot more feedback, we may throw some songs that's not even on that poll. But that poll was really just to get an idea of what you guys don't like, what's really not liked, and we really want to uncover a lot of things when we do this marathon. It's gonna be fun, but I hope that it's educational as well for a lot of people.
I think it's gonna be fun, dude. I can't wait. I can't wait, and I hope you guys are excited too, man, because it seems like there's a lot of excitement built up around it.
Cool.
So, In My Darkest Hour is the name of the song we're gonna do today, but let's just refresh some people's memory, man. We did Holy Wars, which is probably our biggest video. We did Tornado of Souls, right? Hangar 18, Mechanics, The Conjuring, and 5 Magics. Dude, that's a lot of songs, man.
For us on this channel,
that's a lot of songs we've done.
You get past like 3 reactions for us, man. That's a lot. You know what I mean? So,
and that Rust in Peace, man. We had, what, 4 songs off that album?
I wrote it down. Tornado of Souls, 5 Magics, Holy Wars, Hangar 18, all off of that Rust in Peace, 1990s classic. What is it? The Conjuring and Peace Sells was off of Peace Sells, Who's Buying. Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good. Mechanics is off of that album. So, you know, not only have we touched a decent amount of songs from Megadeth, but we jumped around from album to album, and this song is no exception. This is a different album that came out in 88. So different album here, 88. So Far, So Good, So What is the title of that album. Megadeth and their titles, bro.
I'm telling you,
album titles is wild. So let's see what's up, man. This one did really well on the poll. It wasn't just like a selection that didn't get too many votes on the poll. This shit got a lot of votes.
That's true.
On the 1980s poll.
500
so let's see what's
something
up.
votes. So yeah.
Megadeth, In My Darkest Hour.
Oh yeah, that was a smooth ass transition, boy. Yeah. I need a pause, man. I need a pause already. I need a pause already, man. The way this started off, nasty and beautiful. If I can even use those two in the same sentence, but I love the chords of the guitar. The way it started, it was very light and very pleasant,
melodic with the progressions.
Yeah, and then it was like bump, 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 bump.
But beautiful can be nasty though.
Yeah, I love that. But I really love the way this started, man. So just in case, if it takes a detour, man, I want it to be known that the way this started and the transition, that now that we're in the actual groove of the song, or the first groove, it could have another transition, I don't know, but now that we're in the beat of the song and the groove of the song, man, the way that this started and they transitioned into that was, it was smooth. I love that.
I don't know if it gets better than Megadeth when it comes to transitions and just precision and tightness in the music. It's always surgical with Megadeth, man. So let's start that back up.
Yep, see right here, beautiful. The way this started. This just killing me. Yeah, that was smooth as hell. That was smooth as hell. Boys, bad yeah, they on the string.
Can I say something real quick?
They on the string.
I'm trying to fight Ryan's reaction. I'm trying. And I'm like, I want to know if I like it. Hold on. I'm trying to fight it, but it does sound good. It does sound, I don't know how much I like it because I'm trying to fight his reaction and then live in my reaction at the same.
I'm sorry.
I don't think y'all realize how hard that is. When someone is like bugging out or something, you're like, damn it, is this shit?
Like calm down, bro.
I'm like, I don't know if I like. But no, it does sound good.
They got this shit on a string.
Yeah.
The way that they are going in and out of these transition and the progressions and that the way that they're able to do, I'm just gonna call it those softer notes with the guitar work.
Yep.
And give you that heaviness. It's just a beautiful like marriage because I don't think like if I was going to if someone was kind of explaining that to me in a song, like man, you know, that one Metallica song that has those beautiful notes and then the hard, long, powerful like metal riffs as well. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? That don't even sound like that goes together, right? That would sound like a contradiction, right?
Yeah.
But the way that they're able to do this, man, is just beautiful. I really love the way it sounds. That's what I'm saying. I just feel like they're on a string. Because they're doing things that I wouldn't think would go together. And they're doing it seamlessly. So when I say it's on a string, it's like, dude, I could do whatever. I feel like they can play with the soft melody and the hard melody and merge them, and it just sounds beautiful.
I think this sounds
crazy.
I agree, man. I think this sounds good, man. I guess what happened with this song as it came in, I was listening to it. I'm like, okay, I like this, but I found myself bracing myself for what could potentially happen as it got into the groove with Dave's voice, because I love Dave as a musician, but I've struggled with him as a lead singer, and I gotta say, man, he to me sounds like a spooky horror narrator in this, which I think is fine. Just don't screech me to death. Don't screech. Don't go in. Don't turn it. Don't do that. Just keep it like in this spooky sort of I'm telling a ghost story tone, and you don't get too screechy. Even though I feel like he's kind of going up in octaves a little bit here, it's not. It hasn't thrown me off. It hasn't taken me out of the song. So I like the music. I like Dave's spooky narrator tone and voice.
I hear you. Yeah.
You know, so we rocking. It's cool.
Let's keep it going.
In my hour of need,
Cool, man.
no, you're not there. And though I reached out for you, wouldn't let her have. Through the darkest hour, grace did not shine on me. Feels so cold, very cold. No one cares for me. Did you ever think I get lonely? Did you ever think that I needed love? Did you ever think stop thinking you're the only one that I'm thinking of? You'll never know how hard I tried. Fire space satisfied you too. Things will be better when I'm dead and gone. Don't try to understand, knowing you, I'm probably wrong, but oh, how I live my life for you, till you tear away. Now, as I die for you, my blood still crawls as I breathe your name. All these years,
Okay. So someone.
Yeah, buddy.
A couple people actually shouted, or not shouted, but sent us a few DMs saying that this song was about Cliff Burton. But this was a while back, though. This is maybe not a while back, but this is probably when we first put the poll out. I remember us getting a few DMs about this song. So when I'm looking at verse 2, when he said, "Did you ever think I get lonely? Did you ever think that I needed love? Did you ever think that I stopped thinking? You're the only one I'm thinking of."
Well,
Now
I
it is
don't-
2022.
I don't know who said that. You know what I mean?
Okay, so but maybe
But I am looking. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no, what
I
were
don't
you
want to cut you off. I don't want to cut you off. But I am looking here, and it says that the song is about Dave Mustaine's former girlfriend who didn't pay enough attention to him, and he tells her how important she was to him, but she was never there for him.
Okay,
So
never
that's
mind.
what it's saying in a little website that we're looking at. So that kind of makes more sense.
Hey, I was just
But I don't
curious.
know, though.
I was just curious. You know.
I don't know.
Okay, thank you. Thank
Rest
you for
in
that.
peace
Dan.
to
I ain't got nothing.
Cliff Burton.
Rest in peace to Cliff Burton. I ain't got
Yeah.
nothing else to say. It threw me off. So maybe I got to go back to those DMs because it was a while. Whenever we put that poll out, I was just like, it's about Cliff Burton.
But I have to say it again, though, George, getting back to the way the song sounds, man, is their transition game is so fire, dude. Yeah. The way that they can do their transitions out of just anything, any kind of like progress. I feel like it doesn't matter what the pattern is in the guitar, the drumming, and this, they can put so many different things. They can do so many different things musically, and the transitions are just seamless. They can pull that transition from like nowhere. It seems like it comes from nowhere.
Yeah,
and then you're like, man, that was fire. So,
But it's also seamless. It
Right.
seems like it's no, but they can almost make any sort of any awkward, what would be an awkward placement for most
Yes.
bands.
Yes.
They can sort of seamlessly transition
Amen.
and make it sound good. That's because they're technicians, bro. These guys are like the epitome of like just technical marvels, man. All right, let's get back to it.
fire space satisfied you too.
like this. This part right
Things will be better when I'm dead
Okay.
I walk alone to the promised land. It's a better place for me, but it's far, far away. Everlasting life for me in a perfect world, but I gotta die first. Please, God, send me on my way. Time has a way of taking time. Loneliness and night only fill my bones. Calling these things.
But this is the Megadeth I was looking for. This is what I guess maybe I just prefer the no holds barred Megadeth, the speed Megadeth, the Megadeth. I just like when they get into this faster pace, because I guess this band was looked at as a speed metal band. I mean, I guess they can technically be classified as speed metal from what some people have said, and also what I think what we read in the wiki. But when the tempo increases and they switch you in and out of these riffs and transitions, they go back and forth. When they do what they were doing at a higher pace, and they're just in and out of these fucking riffs, that to me is them at their. That's what I like from them. I should say. I don't want to say that's them at their best. I'll leave that for the historians and all that.
Right.
But I like them in this sped up,
In this pocket, huh?
intense, no holds barred pocket. You know what I mean? Just like Holy Wars, just that certain and that Conjuring when they got into them, when they came in with that jazzy shit and they rocked us back and forth in between these transitions.
Yep. I'm not mad at that though, George. I'm not mad at that because I like it all. When you table the skill aspect of Megadeth, which is a big part of what makes them
Outside of
great.
the skill.
Yeah, outside of the skill, dude, this just rocks. They're able to do so much musically and rock you into transitions from nowhere. It just comes from nowhere that you're like, it keeps you guessing. Because a lot of bands that we do on the channel, George, I'm going to keep it real. I don't know if they could pull some of these transitions off, man. Because they can pull, it's just too much sometimes. And it's just like, and I love, your boy loves transitions, but sometimes it's just like, okay, where the fuck are you going? And it's just too much. And it doesn't flow to me well. But I feel like no matter what they do, no matter how they can go way over left field and right field and do all this crazy shit. And left and right is probably different for you guys, but that was right. But it's like, don't look crazy.
I get what you're saying.
But they just have a way with keeping it in pocket, and it's just groovy as hell.
I walk alone to the promised land. It's a better place for me, but it's far, far away. Everlasting life for me in a perfect world. But I gotta die first. Please, God, send me on my way. Time has a way of taking time. Loneliness and night only fill my bones. Calling these pain, yearning to be held by you alone. So long and lost, 'cause
Yeah, they're just incredible. They did what Megadeth does. They do what they do, right? And I feel like they gave you the full gamut there, right? They gave you the whole entourage right there. You know, they started off with a slower, beautiful, almost chords at the beginning, and then it went into that groove that I really I really wish they would have brought that back, man. I was waiting for that. I was like, oh, they're gonna bring that groove back.
That'd have been in true Megadeth fashion.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna bring that back and in the song that way, and they kind of did, but didn't. You know,
I got you.
Brought it back and slowed it down, but they didn't kind of bring the whole groove back. So I really wish they would have done that. So with all that being said, man, I like the song in its totality. I think they did what they typically do. They kill you with musicianship and how they're just skillful as fuck. They just killed it. But the ending solo, I was not a big fan of that, man. And the way that sounded like they were just showing off like a motherfucker to me. That sounds like let me get mine off.
Skilled as hell though.
Yeah. Oh, super skilled. But again, I forget what video we did this that we talked about this. Jordan.
Dokken.
Was it Dokken?
It was Dokken was one of the videos where it felt like they were just to make sure I'm getting your point.
Yep. You know where I'm going.
Playing going on crazy and wasn't informed. Okay,
we right here.
Dokken though. Check out our Dokken video. Actually, I think it's still on Patreon, if I'm not mistaken. Check that out.
So yes, that's exactly where I was going with that. It's like I love solos and I love transitions, but again, I wanted to have and this is just my opinion, guys. I'm not saying that this is the truth. It's just my opinion. But I feel like it needs to have some kind of musicality to it for me to identify with it. I can still appreciate the skill and the showmanship and all that kind of stuff and everything that goes into that. But I still want it to be they're shredding their ass off, and it's just still very musical, and it's just nasty, and it still grabs me. So that is the only, if I had to say a blemish, that I was just like, that part right there I really didn't enjoy musically. Skillful, very skillfully done, but I just didn't appreciate that musically. Outside of that though, man, did they get busy. So that's still gonna make my playlist because I really, really loved everything else. I even thought I don't know if you heard me over the music. I was telling George, I was like, man, the vocals actually to me, not too bad for me. I'm good. I'm good. That's an A+ for me. I'm good. It works within the sound of the music. I didn't feel like it took me out of it at any point.
Key. That's the key. Just don't take me out of it. Even if I don't like the way it sounds, just don't take me out of it. That's all I ask for metal. For metal and rock, just don't take me out of it. You know what I'm saying?
But if I had to pick the beginning, that groove, and oh man, I really love that. The way that shit was nasty. I really enjoyed this song, man. I can't wait to play this later, man, because I really enjoyed that portion of it.
Gotcha. This song is confusing to me, man, because I don't know, man. You know, maybe the bar has just been set pretty high with Megadeth, and I really don't want, because after Ryan said all that, man, I really don't want to be the guy that just be like, it was cool.
Go ahead, man. Speak your truth, man. Speak your truth.
Dude, it was a good song. I think this is good, but I just feel like 1 second.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
1 second. I just need to hear a couple things here.
Yeah, this was nasty though. Yeah.
Immediately.
This was nasty though.
The jazziness of these two. I want to talk about.
Yeah, I know. I heard you. Yeah, it was nasty.
The jazziness.
Yep, I remember. Yep. Man, yep. And they go back into that. Yep. Here it comes. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they killed this. They killed this from the jump. Yeah, but
I don't want to have to guess if I like some shit or not. I don't want to be like, well, maybe. And no, you know what? One thing I want to say, man, I try, because I know that this is going to sound bad, man. I'm just not the type of guy where shit has to grow on me. It just doesn't happen to me, man. When I first hear a song, I very, very, very rarely, because I really try to listen so intently, and I'm really into it, and I really try to get lost in these songs when we're listening to them. I hate to say this to you guys because I know you kind of hope that certain songs I didn't like I would like now. Very, very rarely, man, do songs after a first listen, when I'm intently listening to it, if I don't really like it, does it get it? I listen to it again and I'm like, oh, I love it now. It just doesn't really happen to me, man. I've been listening to a lot of music for a very long time. You know, it just doesn't happen. So Megadeth, man, the songs that I've enjoyed from them, I've really continued to play, and they've had such an impact. And the songs that I haven't enjoyed from them, I've given them shots afterwards, and it's the same old. Nope, don't like it. And this song just didn't. I recognize this as a good song, but I wonder why this song was such a big request in comparison to some of the shit we've heard. And I played that Conjuring song just to make sure, because I feel like it was just slick and jazzy.
It was, dude.
And heavy and everything. It was just so much more layered and just had more dynamics going on from the jump. In Holy Wars, from the jump.
Yes, it was.
It's just pow, they just hit you in the face. And that's why when I say this high octane, fast pace of Megadeth, they rock you the fuck out at a high speed, high pace. True. They can switch it up and slow it down, but for the most part, it's high level, high skill, fast pace, and I think that's just what makes them great in my opinion. So when I look back at Holy Wars and I look back at The Conjuring and even Hangar 18, I mean, these songs, I can tell that those songs just did more for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And,
I hear you, though. I hear you.
You get where I'm coming from.
Yep.
Even if you disagree, that's fine. They
you.
just did more for me, and it wasn't really a question. And I never, ever go against my gut on what I personally feel. And my gut's telling me that I just, off a first listen, I'll give it another shot. But I don't know if this is one that is gonna get me, man. I just think that this was a good Megadeth song. I think it was a good showing. Maybe it's just because this is a slower rock for Megadeth. It was just more of a different feel. Maybe that's why it was voted so highly. Plus, this was I guess this was kind of a dedication. I was reading a little bit more, and I guess this wasn't about Cliff Burton, but this was more of a dedication to Cliff Burton, because he died in, looks like, in 86. Right. Dave was kind of going through a breakup or something like that, and maybe he was just remembering Cliff, and he was just very isolated and alone, and he felt like he needed someone, and Cliff may have been that person for him.
Yeah.
You know, but he also was going through a breakup with a woman, which is what the lyrics seem to be about, the breakup in a relationship. So maybe that's what it is. It's just this sort of emotional attachment that fans have to a song because it's in dedication to another member, another respected all-time great bassist. But this one kind of confused me in comparison to some of the other Megadeth songs I heard, which was just a shred, fucking obliterate you, obliterate your face off. It just didn't seem to have that. But I don't want to make it seem like I'm pigeonholing them into only being able to give us that. But that just seems to be what I typically like about them. And when they are away from that, I don't know if the music is for me. Dave's voice didn't take me out of the music. I didn't love it still, but it didn't take me out of the music, which is all I ask. Like we were joking about earlier. Just don't take me out. Just don't distract me from the music. And I thought that they were good because Megadeth's always going to play well. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're a musicians band, man, it seems like. You know, musicians can see exactly, they can kind of depict, they know what's difficult, they know what takes a lot of time and energy and effort to pull off. And when you said what you said, Ryan, about it coming out of nowhere, I thought that was great. I 1000% agree that when they transition from where it's like they're shooting from the hip or something.
I'm telling you, but it hits though.
It hits the target dead on. You're like, oh shit, I didn't know you were gonna go. But I just feel like this was lacking that high octane punch, and it was lacking a lot of dynamics, and it just didn't have as much as much skill and much dynamic play in this as I've heard from them, which is what I really, really appreciate about Megadeth. So man, but good song though. I could hear this and clearly hear that it was done well. So give us some feedback on that. I mean, you know, is this just one of their better songs, or is this more of you just wanted to give us a different look, that's why you voted for this one? Or is it just the emotional connection you have because you relate to it emotionally because of this feeling of abandonment or loneliness or isolation? Or why did this get so many votes. You know what I'm saying? But I think maybe it's just because the shit is just fire to y'all and y'all just disagree with me. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll listen to it for you. Don't worry.
Okay, yeah. Nice guy. Hey man, 1 out of 2 ain't bad, bro.
That shit's hot to me. Yeah,
But it's good though.
No,
Good
I know you're not saying that.
Because they gonna like, I was like, because he don't like it.
He does say
It's
that.
good. It's good. Not playlist for me, but good. And always always up for Megadeth, man, because they're just. I appreciate how technical and tight they are, even if I don't necessarily care for the song as much, man. So shout out to everybody that participated in that poll, man, and voted on this one, man. We're gonna keep going back to these polls. As we mentioned, it's been working out well for us. We enjoy it. And that's it. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And also, guys, we have a Patreon channel. If you're interested, it will allow you to get exclusive access to our content. The link for that will be in the description. I'm George. That's Ryan, Las Vegas.
We out.